Hello, we are back again. Can you guess what soap we're doing from those little embeds poking out the side? We're going to pour in the lye water solution to our oils and get this all blended up and get going. My son's going to be excited. He doesn't know I'm doing this. He saw me make the embeds, but he does not know they are going on a soap and what it will look like. It's exciting. Also, there's a lot to this one. I have not made a soap this detailed yet. I'm kind of excited. I can't wait to see how it turns out. And you know, it's nice to challenge yourself sometimes. And I just got super excited when I was able to think of what I wanted to do for this one. I've seen a lot of similar ones, and I've been like, oh, that looks like so much fun. I want to do that. So we're doing the beach water theme today. I'm so excited. No, I don't have a beachy or ocean scent. It will be scented with Melon Ball from Crafter's Choice, but it's a really fresh, light scent, and I think it's going to do fine. So I'm excited. We're going to portion this first bit off, and don't mind my messy table. It's got some stains. It's seen its day. It's seen its day. So we're going to add in a little bit of guava lava, just so that the brown is a little bit tinted here. I don't want a plain brown. I want like a light, fluffy brown. I don't know how else to describe it. We're going to add some of our TD, otherwise known as titanium dioxide. Super exciting. I finally spent the money and got titanium dioxide, and I'm so glad I did. So we're going to stir that on up. I'm going to add a little bit more titanium dioxide because I want it a little bit lighter. I don't want it dark. It's a ocean bottom. You know, the ocean floor is rather light, not dark. So we're just going to lighten that on up. And, you know, I can't tell you guys how excited I am. There are several people I know that will be excited for this one as well. So, cannot wait. Super excited. Now, you might be wondering, hey Tegan, you have not really shown the process for a lot of soaps lately. No, I have not. This one is one of the first ones I will be showing the process for the next release. However, we are going to save the reveal for the end. With the release, I'm going to show all the ones available, and they will be available on September 1st. So, super exciting. We have a bunch of new ones in the shop right now. I highly suggest you go check it out. We have the In the Garden soap. We have It's What's Inside soap. The Butterflies at Night are available now, and I have several different cupcakes available. And we have a fresh lemon honey bear salt scrub as well. So head on over. The link will be in the bio. And, sorry, not in the bio, in the description. This isn't Instagram. So head on over to the description down below and you will see the link. Also, I will put the name of it at the end, as I always do, because I've figured out at least that much. And, ooh, you know something exciting? Later on, there will be music. Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're learning things. We're just gonna pour this on in. It's nice and thin, this nice first layer, so it's super easy to get in there. This scent behaves really well. This fragrance does so good in soap. I was so excited. Because you never really know till you use it. And let's face it, I am just a small batch, not making a lot of money soap maker. So I don't have time or money to test my fragrance oils in batches of soap first. This is the first time I have used Melon Ball. However, I do go for ones that have good reviews and that say that they are good in cold processed soap, but that does not always mean that they will still be good in cold processed soap. A lot of times they can go funky and not do what they're supposed to do, and that's okay. You just gotta roll with it. So, I just scraped out everything in there because we don't want to waste. And the next thing I'm going to do is to put in a layer on top, a nice thick mica line of green. We're going to be using pea green. So cute. I love it. Sweet pea, I think is what it's called, technically. Mad micas. We all know that. Everything I use is mad micas for colorant. Got my little tea strainer. And look how pretty it looks. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's so cute. Because, you have that algae and the coral, all that down there. So I wanted to have some sort of color to break up the ocean floor from the water. So I figured this one would be good. Nice light green. Nice and thick. Nice good layer. And I'm going to clean up them sides. Nice and good. And we'll come right back. Here we are. So we're going to split off the batter into these 2 containers, and I'm going to save out just a little bit because I want what will be left in the white container will be white, and I'm going to make these two different shades of blue, blue-green, oceany colors. So we're going to have a darker one and a lighter one. That way we get a little bit more depth to the soap. We are going to be making swirls. Yeah, I'm excited. I know. New things for me, right? We're getting there. We're doing stuff. It's fun. I'm just going to scrape down these sides. We're going to start with the white because you don't really want to get other colors in the white. And well, let's face it, I am notorious for not cleaning off my stick blender in between colors. So I'm just gonna pop on that TD in there. Swirly all of the TD. I will end up adding more again here as well because we want this white. Super white. All the white. White. So I do have videos that will be coming soon about more of the behind the scenes with soap making, at least cold process soap, because that is what I am comfortable and happy with. We will be going over lye safety, how to do it, what it is, what it's for, and how to use it properly, and the effects that it can have on your soap and on your supplies. And we will be going over fragrances, essential oils, colorants, all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Molds. I will be covering molds because there's actually a lot that goes into that. So stay tuned. Super exciting stuff. Just adding in the blues here. We're going to get these all mixed in. I'm going to add a little, just that tiny bite of black because I want this one to be darker. I don't want like a bright blue because I want it to be more murky waters. I don't want it to be, the typical, they're all like super bright colored oceans. My son, bless his heart, his favorite shark is the goblin shark, and it happens to live very deep down in the ocean where no people go. It's like 5,000 feet down in there. So, he's something. Just adding a little bit more blue here, because while it looks blue on the camera, it was a little dark for my liking still, and I couldn't quite tell the blue, because the black is so pigmented. It kind of takes over. So I'm just adding a little bit more blue. I want it to be more blue than that. There we go. And we're going to move on and get the light blue mixed up too. So I'm excited to do those videos. I have a lot planned, a lot I want to do. It's difficult. There's a lot I want to do, and I don't have time. I just don't. I work a lot. I have, I do this, but I have a not 9 to 5 because I work nights, but, nighttime hour job. So, we're working on it. When I have time, I get to work on these, and then I have other things that I do. I sew and make a lot of crafty things. I paint. I have some garden gnomes, actually, that I've been working on for my mother. And I have been sewing, speak of the devil, a goblin shark plushie for my son, because his love of sharks, it really goes deep. He tells everyone about his love of sharks. He loves them so much, and his reasoning for loving the goblin shark is that it is the ugliest shark in the ocean. His reasoning, you can't argue with that, can ya? You just can't. So here I have some little embeds that were from a previous soap I did on top, and I made tons. I have so many. So I was trying to think of what would be good on the inside of this soap, and I thought, hey, those would be good for like a little coral in there. So I'm putting these along the middle, just along the middle. I don't want the whole thing covered because I still want that green mica line to really show through. So we're just going to put these on. The bottom is pretty well set up, so I'm not too worried. I'm just kind of plunking them in there. I'm getting a little bit up around the edges, but not much. So it's still going to look super cool. I cannot wait to cut these, honestly. That's the most, painstaking part, I think, of soap making, is waiting for the soaps to be ready to be cut. It's awful. Some you can do it within about 18 hours. Some you really gotta wait 24 to 48. Some longer. I don't use just olive oil, in which case you would have to wait, but I don't have to wait that long. But still long enough that it's difficult. I want to do it now. So I poured in the white to the darkest blue, and I'm just gonna stir it on up just a little bit, just enough to where it's swirly, and we're gonna pour this in. Super excited. It looks so pretty, honestly. It looks all marbly. You get that marble effect. So the first layer here is super set up. I'm not worried about it, so I'm just gonna kind of plop this in on there and pour it in. It's still pretty fluid. I tell you, this fragrance was behaving so nicely. Look at that. It looks marbly. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to pour it on out, get all that out. And, I love it. If I could do this full time, I would. And someday, that is the goal. Someday we might get there. We'll see. Just because you are not immediately doing amazing with something and, able to pay all your bills with it and, life is going swimming, does not mean that you're not meant to be doing that thing. If it gives you joy, and if you truly enjoy it, and you feel that you are good at it, and it's something that you want to be doing, then keep going, and it'll be okay. So we're just going to tap this down a little bit there, get the air bubbles out, and we are going to have some music on the next part. So here we are. We are gonna just push this on over so that we get like a, C effect a bit with the spoon. Yes, this is a, regular silverware spoon, but I have a bunch of old junk ones that we no longer use, and these are strictly for making soaps. I don't use these for anything else. You do not want to use silverware that you use for soaping, for food or beverage or anything of the sort. So I'm just puffing this up a little bit here, making little waves, which honestly are going to be a little bit ruined from the embeds anyway, because I made this a more low top, not high top. There is not a lot of space up top to put these. I a little bit regret that now. But I don't know, I felt like high top doesn't really work with what I was going for. So we'll see. I'm just gonna turn this so that I have the little spacers facing me. It's just easier to tell where I need to be putting things so that they're good for when we cut. Want to make sure as much as I can that no embeds will be cut. It might end up having to happen. I'm not sure. Oh well, it's okay. It's okay. So we're gonna put these on. We're gonna start with the sharks, and most soaps, not all, but most will have 2 different colors on each bar, because there will be 2 on each, but I have different colors, so we'll have 2 different colors on each one, and each one will be one creature. So we have the shark, then we have dolphin, and then we will have whale. And I'm alternating each of these so that I don't have, mostly sharks or mostly dolphins. It'll be a good mixture. And so it'll be a surprise for what you get. Now I do go to a farmer's market, so people there will have obviously the opportunity to see and pick out in person. So if you are in the New Hampshire area, I highly suggest following me on social media, as you will see when I go to these farmers markets where they are, and you can stop in and not just save yourself the shipping, but you can get to have it in person, have it sooner, and pick out specifics like these for what you would want. So these will be available in the next several weeks. Yeah, they need time to cure, but super excited for when they are cured. I can't wait to see. So we're just alternating them as best we can. I spent a lot of time here trying to figure out how to place them so that they were good. They don't want to really fit. They're just a smidgen too big. I wish they were just a little bit smaller, but if they were any smaller, it'd be hard to see the details on them. So cutting this soap is going to be interesting. Fun, but interesting. And we had an accident. One of them plopped, but you know what? This is why I make tons of embeds. I have extras. I always have extras, so it's okay. Look, we have another pink whale that can go in nice and pretty. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. All good. All good in the neighborhood. So if you are wondering, about my social medias and thinking, why would I want to follow you on there? It's just the same content. Well, it's really not. It's not. I have much more content. I have exclusive videos on TikTok that I don't put on here or on Instagram. I have Instagram posts and pictures that don't get featured elsewhere, as well as updates. I do a lot of updates there. So, shop releases, upcoming videos, upcoming designs, new products, when I will be going to farmers markets. So all that stuff gets posted there. Facebook, I don't post on as often, admittedly, but we do put updates there as far as when I will be attending certain events. So we're just going to spritz this down with the rubbing alcohol because we don't want ashing. No. Though it wouldn't look so super horrible on top of this soap because it would look a bit more like foamy, but that's okay. So here is that pretty close-up. So cute. I love them. The sharks have smiles. Can you see that? They're smiling. So follow me on all the socials. Go check out the shop, and I'll see you next time.